Hello everyone, this is Gaurav Singla from and I'm here to teach you the Kubernetes related fundamentals. So today we will learn about how we can scale, what are deployments, what are pods, and how we can scale the deployment from one to multiple pods, right? So if you see this is a Kubernetes cluster, we have a Kubernetes cluster, and if we do this kubectl get ns, which is to list the list of namespaces. So we have a namespace which is called as redis ns, right? So if we see the get pods in it, so uh, in namespace redis ns, which is to be provided with the -n option, then it will list out the number of pods which are in a particular deployment. And similarly you can list down the deployments similar to pods, right? So you can just have to type kubectl get deployment in the namespace redis ns, right? So, one thing to note here is this is a deployment, right? Deployment, you can think of a logical entity which can have, which is like a template. Okay, there is no significance as such, it does not create anything. The only thing is it acts like a template which deploys. You can spawn one or more pods through this deployment, right? Right now, for example, I have a one pod running, right? You can think of it as a one service instance running. Now tomorrow, if I want to have multiple service instances, right, as per your load and all, so you can directly spawn the one more instance of that service using the same template. So that is acting as a deployment, right? Now here if we see how we can start the one more instance or we pod or a service, right? So there are two ways. First way is directly running a kubectl command, which is a kubectl scale, right? There's a option deployment, and you have to provide the name is provided by the minus name option of which deployment, right? I have a deployment name as deployment redis hyphen deploy, right? And how many replicas I want for this. Right now let's say it has two, only one, so I want it to be two. Then we can just do it. Oh, there is some issue. So in these scenarios, right, it will help us to how to troubleshoot it. You can directly use this command to troubleshoot what could go wrong. Though I know what could be the issue, but for your understanding, it is very easy to use help command. You need not to remember each and every options as part of a one command. So it will help you in future as well. Now, when you type in this help command, it will list down all the options and available in that particular command. So here we were trying to start a deployment, right? Scale up the deployment. You can see the example commands here. The replicas we were giving the find. Now here the namespace, right? So you can provide this as a namespace rs and then the deployment name, right? So this is a one kind of option, and if we go with name, there must be a name option as well. uh, you can see okay, so there's a name option. Okay, so you need not to type. What it says is you just use kubectl scale, then replica count what we want to achieve, right? Or the file name or the type or the name, right? So here we don't need to provide the name as a hard coded option. You can just type in the name directly, right? What it tells like type is our deployment, right? The name is a deployment, and then this option like how many replicas we want to achieve, right? So if we enter, okay, so here in this namespace by default is namespace is default, so we need to execute in context of our namespace, which was um, redis hyphen deployment, right? Sorry, deploy. Okay, so there's again an option, no object passed to the scale, right? So you can provide in like redis hyphen deploy, and then, oh sorry, this is the namespace we have. We need to find out kubectl get deployment, which are the deployment, right? So this is the deployment name is ready, and the namespace is readiness. Yeah, so we were typing it wrong, the namespace name. So you have to type in the correct namespace, uh, comment it out, and yeah, so it says this has been scaled, right? So once you now if you see the ports count in namespace redis hyphen ns, you will see that one more port has started, and the age tells like when it was started, right? It was started at the 15 seconds ago. So this is the one way you can start the deployment, right? Another way, scale up the deployment, and another way is to get the list, right? So you can directly update the deployment as a object, right, which is a part of JSON. So if you uh, get deploy, right, deployment, which is redis hyphen deploy minus n, in the namespace redis ns, right? Now here we want it to be a part output as a JSON or YAML file. So I can get it YAML file, right? So if you see, right, there also there is a this is a whole definition as part of YAML, right? So there replica count is mentioned as 2. So what you can do is you can edit this deployment. The get, instead of get, right, we can directly edit this deployment. It will open up a YAML file with all the structure of the template, and you would see here the replica count is mentioned as 2. You just need to edit this, right? Make it 3, and just save it with WQ, and it will update, right? So now if you see uh, in the namespace redis ns, now this also has started a new pod. Now the replica count is 3. So there are two options, right? So one is direct command, which is kubectl command, and another is the updating the definition file directly, right? Now you can check the status of my current working nodes and replicas as part of deployment as well, right? Kubectl get deployment minus n in redis ns, correct? So here if you see, right, these are ready. Ready is means how many are ready, right? Threes are the replica count which I have mentioned, and out of those three are ready to serve the traffic, right? Up to date is kind of like if you update the image, and it is applicable to only apply to only one port, not on the whole port. So up to date will accordingly change, right? So up to date 3 means all three are at the same version. Okay. Available 3 means all three are ready and available to serve the traffic. Okay. So this is all about the deployments and how to scale, and how to similarly you can scale down as well. This is what we did is scale up, the same command which it can be used. One is directly update the template, right, by using the edit command, And here also, if I run this same command, scale down, scale to replica to 2, current, my current replica count is 3. If I do it back to 1, for example, let's say I just type in 1 and enter this command. Okay, so it will just scale down my replicas. So if you see status of my deployment right now, so it has changed it to 1 replicas, and now if you see, 1 is ready and 1 is available. Okay, so that was about managing the deployment and how to scale up and scale down. Thank you guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe my videos and my channel, and comment out what all you need, any other topic you need from Kubernetes. I'm a Kubernetes expert and will share more videos around this. Thank you guys. This is Gaurav Singla and logging off now.